anybody. But, you know, Tank is a different animal too. So it's a great fight. That's why everybody want to see it. We can't just look at it and say, oh, he going to win, oh, he going to win.
And there's a guy that just had a draw his last fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, what are we talking about? It ain't really nothing to even talk about. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. You know, it's funny to me. It's all jokes.
A lot of people go in there and they very obedient to Tank's power. And Lamont wasn't there that night. Lamont wasn't having it. And he said he wasn't having it. He said it before. Y'all tripping. Y'all must be really like tripping. So.
Shakur Stevenson thinks Gervonta Davis could face serious trouble in his rematch against Lamont Roach. He remembers how Roach already gave Tank a tough challenge in their first bout. Stevenson says that if Davis isn't fully prepared and at his best, the fight could turn disastrous. He also respects Roach's skills, saying he's not an easy opponent, making this rematch one of the most dangerous tests for Tank.
If you likes this, please subscribe, Fight File, and click the bell icon for more new boxing updates.
Oh, they announced it today?
Today. So what do you think, you know, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, giving him a tough fight? What do you think?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
Did you think Lamont won the first fight? 154 and fight.
I asked two questions at the same time. I ain't hear shit y'all do that.
You really want to move up to 154 after this fight?
In a newly surfaced training video, Gervonta Davis showcases a remarkable physical transformation that has caught the attention of boxing fans around the world. He looks more muscular and intense than ever before, exuding confidence and focus as he moves through intense drills with his team. His body language, along with a cryptic tweet that says, "Somebody is in trouble," has sparked widespread speculation. Fans take this message as a warning to Lamont Roach or anyone else standing in his way. Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. gave his thoughts on Davis's fighting style and potential in the upcoming rematch. While Jones acknowledged that boxing is unpredictable and anything can happen, he voiced firm belief that Davis brings a unique kind of power and danger to the ring. According to Jones, Davis is not just a regular power puncher, he's a full fighter, with instincts, speed, and the ability to switch gears in the middle of a bout. This makes him a different kind of beast capable of sudden, fight-changing moments despite the unknown surrounding the repeat. Roy believes Davis's intensity and natural talent will shine when it means most.
Coach, what are we expecting from this fight?
Well, we're expecting Gervonta just continue to show us his dominance and show us who he really is. It's really a coming out part of the Roach, but we kind of ever seen him a lot. So he gets to show people what he has too. And usually when you get two guys who are boxers amateurs, it's going to equate to a good fight for the first few rounds. But when they're in the pro round takeover, we'll find out, has Roach adjusted to being a pro yet? Or is Tank too superior as a pro? And that's where the difference will come in at.
Roach is coming up on weight. That, you know, a lot of people keep on saying that's a very big disadvantage for Roach. His power might not transfer to, you know, to this weight class. What do you got to say about that to the critics?
Well, I ain't really got nothing to say to critics because most of the time they don't know the hell they're talking about no weight, but I was able to carry my weight from 154 to heavyweight. If you know how to do it right, then your weight, your punch will come with you. You don't know how to do it right, then yeah, you're going to lose your punch. So if he's a good, fundamentally sound fighter with a punch, you're going to have a punch at 130, so you're going to have a punch at 140. If he's not really fundamentally that sound, then he won't. That's why Tank is able to jump around. Tank fought between 130 and 140, whatever weight he wants to. Why? Because he's a great fundamental puncher. So his punch can be the same no matter what weight he got on. If you are fundamentally sound, that don't matter. But if you're not fundamentally sound, then yeah, when you move up the weight, you're going to lose your punch.
The stakes have never been higher. For Gervonta Davis, a second loss, especially without any clear excuse, could trigger doubts about his place among boxing's elite. One loss might be forgiven as a fluke or a bad night, but another slip could suggest something deeper. Critics would surely question whether Davis still has what it takes to dominate at the highest level. His fan base, his pride, and his future earning potential all depend on this performance.
Rematch happening or what? Because I'm ready to see a motherfucker get knocked out again. I'm not here to debate because y'all really go neck and neck for this for the rest of the tournament on who y'all think really won, who y'all think should have won, who y'all think didn't win. This is probably one of the biggest debates that will never be solved. Well, they put up a good fight. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, but damn near seemed like it was set up for them to have another match. Because exactly what Lamont did to Tank the whole first half, that's what Tank did to Lamont the whole second half. So what the fuck? It literally went neck for neck. I feel like it was a tie in my opinion. So hard to even say that though, because you just see so much demolishment from one, and then for it to flip to the other, and it just had your mind like, what? It's really how your mind blown. Like, what the fuck? I feel like when it came to the decision of the fight, a lot of people were real biased. A lot of people definitely went off of just a personal opinion of the person, a history of liking the person, not off of the fight itself. I will admit that really going into this fight, the first time, I thought Lamont was going to get his shit knocked off. I thought Tank was going to do him in. Now, although Tank did really show him something at the second half, I'm not going to lie, Lamont had him. He stuck with him the whole 12. You know anything about boxing, especially boxing a motherfucker like Tank, you know that it's to flex the last 12 rounds just as much as it is to beat a motherfucker. The fact that Lamont lasted 12 rounds with him was really getting up, I'm not gonna lie, stinging shit, all 12. It showed that this next match gonna really show who the fucking winner was. I do gotta say, Tank probably gonna come ready for him, but the fact that Lamont came ready for him, as ready for him as he did last match, I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared for both of them. This should be bigger than the Super Bowl, I'm not gonna lie. They say it's supposed to be happening in the summer, which would be a really good way to kick off the summer. Now I know these two got a vengeance out for each other. Regardless of growing up together and fighting together, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. The way that fight went down, I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like this is gonna be history. Like, I can't wait to watch this shit again.
Shakur Stevenson, one of the most technically gifted boxers of his age, accepted that facing Davis would be his most challenging fight to date. He praised Davis's combination of speed, power, and unpredictability, labeling him as a genuine threat. Stevenson isn't shy about saying that a bout against Tank would push him to his absolute limits.
Be your hardest matchup, Devin Haney, Tank, or would it be Ryan Garcia?
Nah, Ryan, just X him out. He's trash. It's gonna be Tank. I ain't say it before, but I'm gonna say it like me and him the big fight.
In recent comments, Shakur Stevenson said that he's open and ready to face either Lamont Roach or Gervonta Davis, especially if Davis emerges victorious. He emphasized that such a clash would be massive for the sport, drawing attention from fans, analysts, and promoters alike. Stevenson thinks that a matchup with Davis would showcase elite-level boxing, with both fighters bringing different strengths to the table. From Stevenson's point of view, it wouldn't just be a big money fight. It would be a legacy-defining moment that could reshape the lightweight class.
Me and Tank, it's the biggest fight in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be the biggest boxing fight in the world when it happens. I can see it happening not too far in the future.
Really?
I can see it happening. I don't think, like, I think Tank will sign that contract.
Dang.
And I'm going to sign a contract too, so it's
then
like,
you're gonna get it on.
Yeah.
Tank Davis has noticed Shakur Stevenson's quickness and technical abilities. His reaction to the idea of a fight between them was clearly lukewarm. While he didn't rule it out, Davis downplayed the possible entertainment value of the bout, hinting that it might not live up to the excitement fans expect. He left the door open, saying that the fight would happen when the time was right, but his tone lacked excitement. This suggests that although Davis respects Stevenson's ability, he's unsure if their styles would combine for the kind of action-packed event that typically defines his bouts.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn looking way more better than this.
So
I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing.
Keyshawn
haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of something, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit win in boxing.
Some boxing observers and fans are skeptical about the true reason behind the Davis versus Roach rematch. There's a growing belief that Davis chose Roach not because he's the most challenging opponent available, but because he looks beatable, someone Tank can handle with relative ease. At the same time, Roach is being criticized for taking the bout, primarily for financial reasons rather than the competitive challenge. This perception has sparked debate about the integrity of matchmaking in modern boxing, with some fans feeling disappointed that the sport's biggest names may be prioritizing paychecks over real competition.
Why would I allow you to fight these fights just for you to knock somebody out if it's not a numbers game?
Good question.
The money.
That's the only number that matters.
The money.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into it. Speaking of money, lots of people have talked about, oh, he's doing this fight for money, and Tank is strategically picking him because in the amateur world, you guys fought twice, right? And you lost, what, both times in the amateur fight. So are you all friends? Are y'all cordial? First, what's the relationship?
We're cordial.
You're cordial.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
He cool to me.
He's cool to you.
Yeah.
And you haven't heard that he said anything differently?
Oh yeah, for sure.
He has?
No, he hasn't.
He has not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm confirming that he hasn't said
anything.
He has
not said anything differently. So does it confirm people's suspicion that he purposefully picked you, not only because you're cordial, but because he believes he's gonna knock you out, get the purse, and then you walk away with a nice piece of change?
I mean, you're in the wrong game if you don't think you're gonna beat everybody, like, anyway. But if you're saying specifically pick me because I'm gonna be an easy cakewalk, everybody in the world knows that's not gonna happen. I mean, like, that's not gonna happen. Him personally, he know that. I think he chose me because I am gonna be one of the better opponents that he's faced in his entire career, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
British boxer Conor Benn recently expressed confusion over Davis's professional direction. He questioned why Davis is still calling out opponents like Roach if retirement is truly on his mind. For Benn, this contradiction raises questions about Davis's motivation and long-term goals. It's a fair point. If Davis is mentally drifting toward the end of his career, is he truly involved in giving fans his best performances? Benn's remarks challenged Davis to clarify whether he's still hungry for greatness or simply cashing in on his name before stepping away. That's it for today's movie. Stay tuned.